loves. Hi, welcome to TT's Urban Pantry. I need some chapstick. Welcome. I am so excited about today. This is probably the most exciting recipe of all. We've had some good recipes this past week, some fantastic recipes this past week. We did some easy side dishes. We did some easy pickles. Yesterday was peach orange marmalade, which turned out astounding. But today we are doing chicken soup. And you can see on my pot back there, I've got my chicken already. I've got everything already. I'm ready to dive in. So we're doing chicken soup, not chicken noodle soup, because we're canning it. So it's just chicken soup. And the recipe calls for 16 cups of chicken stock, 3 cups of diced chicken. Hi, my Renaissance grandma. How are you? Welcome. A cup of celery, a cup of carrots, a cup of onions, and then salt and pepper to taste. And then chicken bouillon is optional. So what I did was I got up this morning, I got chicken breasts. I have 6 chicken breasts that I put into the pressure canner because the recipe does say to pre-cook your chicken. So I put all the chicken into the pressure cooker, not the pressure canner. And I seasoned that really well. I didn't want just plain white chicken when I came out. So I seasoned that really well and I diced up all the chicken. And when I measured it, I had about 10 cups of chicken. So in my head, I say we're going to triple this recipe. One thing that I have found with most of the ball recipes is even when I double or triple it, I still don't end up with the same equivalent that I would have if I'm doubling or tripling their recipe. You get what I'm saying? So like this recipe that I just read off to you says, I'm looking for the yield. Oh, it says it should yield 8 pints, 4 quarts. Even if I did this recipe as standard, I found that with ball, I don't end up with 4 quarts. I might end up with 2 or 3. So I went ahead and tripled it. I do want it really hearty. So we'll see what we come out with after the fact. What's up? 2 people. Will you go in my room and look where my makeup is and where the lipsticks is and grab my Carmex? Thank you. So we'll see what we come up with. I am just going to add all my ingredients, try to fill this pot up as much as I possibly can, and go from there. Like I said, the ingredients are really easy, and I have a lot of cheats to it. So what I did was I've got my chicken breast, which I already cooked. I put that in the pressure canner. All that chicken juice, that chicken broth, I went ahead and set that aside, thank you, to add to it as well. I got the frozen bags of Mirepoix, which is celery, carrots, and onions. So I'm using that. What, Mimi? You just looking?
How come there's not many people watching you?
I don't know.
Do more people usually watch you?
Mm-hmm. Okay. She had to make sure everything was all right. Take him with you. Okay, so let's get started. Wash my hands first. And here's all that chicken. And I diced it up. When I diced it, I did really a rough chop because I knew that once I got everything stirred into it, the chicken was going to continue to break down. So I left it really chunky for now, knowing that it will break down. I'm going to start by adding my broth. Here's a quart of the broth I got from this chicken. So that's 3 cups. Here's about a cup of vegetable broth that I need to use up. And here's some vegetable broth that I canned. Another 3 cups. Another 3, so we're up to about 12. I'll put one more in there. Look at this beautiful brown broth. I have a video on canning vegetable broth. I need to can some more, but I mean, it's gorgeous. So all that's in there. I'm going to turn my heat on, and then here's Mirepoix style blend, carrots, onions, and celery. So everything was in there. I didn't have to prep the carrots, the onions, the celery individually. It's all in there. And I have 9 of these bags. I hope I don't run out of room. It's the biggest pot I got. Like I said, I wanted this hearty. I'm also going to use this. Just 1 pack of this though. Seasoning blend with onion, celery, red peppers, green peppers, and parsley flakes. Just to add a little something different to it. And I'm going to keep adding until I can't get any more. I have not seasoned this yet. These chunks will need to completely thaw. So how about we let all of this come up to temperature before we try to add anything else, and we'll also season or taste it to season it as well. Hi, Jersey Dolphin. Hi, Angela. Jersey, what's your real name? Unless you want me to call you Jersey Dolphin, which I don't mind at all. I just would like to know your name. So, wasn't that some easy chicken soup? Hi, Chine Moss. Let's see. Azia? Did I say that right? I hope I said that right. Good afternoon. That's some easy chicken soup. So easy. Chicken breast, 6 chicken breasts in the pressure cooker. And I seasoned that with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and it was just pure garlic powder, nothing else added to it, and a little bit of Slap Your Mama because I just needed some kick. Yes, I said it right. I missed the chicken part. Was the chicken already cooked? Yes, ma'am. It was. I put it in the pressure cooker this morning. I wanted to measure how much chicken I had, so I had 6 chicken breasts, and I cut those really chunky. once they came out. And I measured those, and those equaled about, one breast was 2 cups. So that's about 12 cups of chicken. And then I took that broth that was left over in the pressure cooker, and I just added that to it, which was a quart. And I added three more quarts of vegetable broth. I used my cheats for the celery, onion, and carrots. And that was it. I didn't chop anything. I wasn't dicing anything. That chicken was the only thing I had to do, but that was it. Let it all come up to temperature. It says it does need to boil for 30 minutes. And then it says taste to add salt and pepper, your seasonings to it. But what I'm going to do is, once it comes up to temperature, I'm going to taste it first, because I want all that seasoning to cook into it. I'm going to do it after the fact. So once it comes up to temperature, I'll taste it. And I'm right at the tip of that pot. I know, I thought you were slicing the dicing. Oh no, not if I don't have to. Not if I don't have to. I'm going to find something else. And really it was because of the carrots, because I didn't want to get the carrots and then have the big chunks of carrots. I wanted more like the little cubed carrot. So I looked in my refrigerator aisle, like where they have like the baby carrots and stuff at. And sometimes you can find the shredded carrots, but they didn't have the cubed carrots. So I went over to the freezer aisle and I found the Mirepoix blend. And I was like, that's perfect, because it has celery and onion in it. And I was going to need celery and onion anyways. So that gave me just the right amount. I have some more if we need to add it. Like I said, that pot is full, so full. So I don't know what else we could get in here. If I had a bigger pot, I would still be adding, honestly. I would. Only thing that I have is my big water bath pot, and I didn't think about that. But like I said, when I can, I want to make sure that I don't have to do this anytime soon. So I'm all about getting as much out of it as you can. I'm going to open up that pot so we can see it. It looks amazing. I know there's no seasoning in it. I know it's bland, but that's just the first step. Once all that heats up, we're going to throw some seasoning in it. So I know that it says chicken bouillon. So I do want to show you this. So here's the chicken bouillon that I use, that I prefer to use. So I was like, I would just throw some of this in there. But I looked at the ingredients this morning, and it says salt, monosodium something MSG, which I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. But then the next ingredient is cornstarch. And when you are canning, you can't have any thickeners. So I couldn't use this. I couldn't use it. And I didn't have any chicken better than bouillon. I thought we did, but we didn't have any. We got beef. So I did find some bouillon cubes. And I'm not going to read all these ingredients. I already went through them, but there are no thickeners in the cubes. So if I do use any bouillon, I will use this. Can't see at all. I will use this, the cubed bouillon, over my go-to Knorr's chicken bouillon. But that's why, because no thickeners, which is also why I'm not putting noodles into the pot beforehand. You can't can pastas or rices or noodles, anything like that. I've done this recipe before, And when I opened up the jar, all I did was I don't think I have any more. I got those little itty bitty tiny noodles, which I love. No, I don't have any more, which I'm gonna have to get some. I don't know the name of them. I think I got them at Meijer, but they were like egg noodles, but they were maybe about that big and super thin. So what I did with those was I kind of just parboiled them in some water. I didn't want to just add them to the broth because I didn't want them to soak up all the broth, but I wanted them to soak up a little bit of the broth, if that makes sense. So I just kind of parboiled them in a little bit of water, rinsed them off, and then I added them to the broth after I opened up the jar and I was heating it up on the stove. And then it did soak up some of that broth, and you got chicken noodle soup. Or you can use egg noodles, you can use whatever type of pasta, you can use rice, wild rice, brown rice, you could probably even use cauliflower rice. But I mean, it's delicious. It's delicious. It's perfect for a cold day. It's perfect if you're just feeling under the weather, or if you just want some chicken soup, some chicken noodle soup, which I love. There's been times where I've made dinner, and after dinner was all said and done, I was like, I'm just going to eat some soup. My husband's like, really? I just want some soup. All right, so it looks like everything is thawed. Those big chunks of the frozen onions and everything is out. And oh man, that looks delicious. And you can see how big I left the chicken, but like I said, it's so tender, it's breaking apart, and I knew that I was going to be stirring it and handling it. I left it chunky on purpose because I knew that it would break down the more and more I played around with it and stuff. I'm going to put the top back on it just so it can come up to a boil. I was raised on soups and stews. I love them. Me too. I love soups and stews. But I'm really weird about it. If we go to a restaurant or if I'm getting store-bought soups or stews, I only get clear soup. Unless I like know the restaurant. Like when we'll go to Red Lobster, I do get the lobster bisque. My daughter works there though. But I'm like, I don't know what's in there. You got those creams and chowders, and they could be mixing ground beef in it or something, and it's all creamy, so it all look alike. I don't know what's in it. But homemade, I will eat any kind of soups. Clear, brown, cream, cheddar, even though I don't even like cheese, but cheddar broccoli is delicious. So I'm extremely weird, which is why I do like to make my own soups here at the house. Because I know what I put in them. So that's it. Easy recipe. Just letting that all come up to temperature. You can see it's starting to get steamy. The lid to that pot is getting all steamy, so you know it's looking good. So the instructions say combine everything in a large stock pot. Bring to a boil. Then it says reduce and boil for 30 minutes. I probably won't do that, honestly. I probably won't let it boil for 30 minutes because everything in there is cooked. I just really want to develop the flavor. It is going to continue to process in the pressure cooker. We are still processing cooked chicken for 90 minutes for a quart, which I'm using quarts. So it is, I look at it as, I usually don't alter recipes, but I look at it as, hi, Josh. What up, TT? Just watching as I'm getting ready to go out. Enjoy your night out or day out. Where you going? But usually I don't alter recipes. If it says cook for this amount of time, I'm going to cook for this amount of time. But I do know that you can pressure can raw chicken, cold pack, raw chicken, and it's being processed for 90 minutes. Or you can do cooked chicken and it's still being processed for 90 minutes. Therefore, the chicken is already cooked. The vegetables are cut and they are already tender. The broth is already, heated, ready to go. So I'm not going to let that go for a full 30 minutes. Then it says ladle the soup into your hot jars, leaving 1 inch of headspace. Remove air bubbles, adding more hot soup if necessary. Wipe your lids, put on your lids, put on your rings, fingertip tight. Then you're going to pressure can it. For me, it's going to be 10 minutes, 10 pounds of pressure, 10 pounds of pressure, and they're going to go for 90 minutes. It has a little side note here. A hot steaming bowl of chicken soup is sure to cure the winter blast. That's what it says. To make this soup more suitable for serving, add soup pasta, broken bits of vermicelli, or rice while heating. So you just add your stuff after the fact, and it still tastes the same. It still tastes great. That's all you gotta do. I'll also show you how I fill my jars when I'm doing soups. I don't just grab like a spoon, my measuring cup of content, and then just throw it all down in there. What I do is I'll use my slotted spoon to get the more chunky, get the chunks, the pieces out, and I will fill that jar about 3/4 of the way. And then I'll put the hot broth on top of it. That way we're making sure all those jars are getting the same amount of meat, of content, of heartiness. Tia, I'm in and out because I'm prepping for the Sabbath. I respect that, and you are absolutely okay. You are fine. I'm just kind of rambling here while I'm waiting on this. Starting to boil. I'm going to taste it. Yo, if I left it exactly like this, it would be fine. Because I'm using my own broth and I know how I season my broth. And then I also use the broth from the chicken that I put in the pressure canner. I'm sorry, the pressure cooker, which I seasoned well. It would be fine like this, honestly. Mimi, you want to taste? I'm still going to season. I'm going to put some salt in it. Oh, you want to taste? You're not getting that. You already have some chicken. It says spam risk is calling me. Okay. So I just put salt in there. I felt like this was seasoned extremely well. Oh man. Some big chunks of onion skin left in there. Get those out. I can eat that right now. Looks good. Thank you. I'm hungry. I was low-key drooling back there. My mouth got watery. It's disc golf night at our local league. Trying to practice more for a tournament I signed for in Pennsylvania in 2 weeks. All right. Do your thing. So I do have 2 little cubes. I'm going to add a little bouillon to it. But I'm so surprised by how flavorful that is. When I made it the last time, I used store-bought broth. And I remember having to add like a lot of cubes to it and everything to get the seasoning to bump up. So I account that to my good vegetable broth. And the fact that, like I said, I seasoned that chicken and I put that chicken broth from that chicken that I made this morning in there. So we had a good foundation, a good base. It's the only thing with these little cubes. You got to open up each one individually. But I'm going to throw it in there. And I have 2 bags left. I'm going to put those in the freezer. I don't think I'm going to need them at all. And I'll be right back. I wanted her to taste the broth. And I know I haven't stirred those in. They're always rock hard. So I'm gonna let them loosen up, then I'll get them stirred in. Go taste it.
What are you making, like stock?
It's chicken soup. There's chicken in there.
That's good. Did you put salt and pepper in it?
I put salt in it.
Why do you make such a big pie?
Mm-hmm. You said it needs some pepper.
Yeah.
What's the shelf life for this? Once and done? So when I can, I only exclusively use ball lids. This is my canning drawer that I'm sitting right by. So on the ball lid thingy down here, it's real tiny, but it says seals up to 18 months. So I know that if I do everything that I'm supposed to do, which I'm going to do everything that I'm supposed to do when it comes to canning, I am guaranteed for 18 months. However, you can go much longer than that. The other day just opened up a jar from 2020. So that was 2 years, 24 months. Honestly, I don't have very much longer than that unless it's something that we really don't like because we cycle through all of our canned goods. Now, I've seen people where they've had them 3 years. I don't think I've personally seen much longer than that. If any of you out there have, let us know. But mine don't last that long. They really don't, but they're good. Like the broth, I made broth in January, and I believe that's my last jar of broth that I have back there, which means I'm gonna have to make some more. So I'm gonna add some pepper to it. Oh, and I did add that broth, those bouillon cubes in there. So I need to make sure those are stirred in really well. I don't see them. Okay. I think that looks fantastic. It's starting to boil. Oh, my goodness. That's so good. Reading. If it's good enough, it won't last. You got that right. It does not last at all. It's like our beef jerky. You can eat it in no time, laugh out loud, after weeks and weeks of prepping. Yes. I made some fruit leather for the first time Saturday night and took it off the dehydrator Sunday morning. That fruit leather did not last a day. That fruit leather is gone. I had to make some more. It don't ever last. So I don't really get to experience the full shelf life because it's gone. Okay, so that's boiling. I have my pressure canner ready to go with the amount of water that is required for that canner in there. I have my jars boiling over. have my jars in here ready to go. I have 7, I believe it is, quart jars in there. So I'm going to turn those up so they can start to heat up. They were already heated, so it won't take very long to get them back up. They need to be heated because we're adding in hot contents. I might have to have some of this for lunch. I got heavy-handed. It was just broth. So I pulled garlic out. I'm not going to need it. I'm not going to need the garlic. It smells so good. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Somebody is driving crazy outside. Looks like she's trying to pull into her driveway, but I don't know. Anyways, my apologies. But I got my jars. They're reheating up. Those won't take long at all. So the pressure canner is ready to go. I have everything I need over there. I turned that off. So right now it's still cooking, but it is off. We should be good. Canning up any second now, huh? So get everything else ready to pull those jars out the canner. See, there are still a couple big chunks of chicken. I'm just gonna chop those. There we go. Break those really big pieces up. My dogs do not miss a beat. Bless you. Now pepper got in your nose? Oh my goodness, bless you. Bless you. All right, get out the kitchen. So good. Yep, that's it. Sit. Sit. What do you say? What do you say? Huh? What? Speak up. What? What do you want? Speak. 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 Chew it on this. You speak. Here. Speak. Speak. Speak, Kodak. Speak. Good boy. That's all you had to do. Smash that like button. Yes, please. And thank you. If you could hit that like button for me, it's appreciated. All right. Let's see how close everything is to coming out the canner. These jars are hot and ready to go. Okay, so we'll start with these three. And this is how I do my soups. I'm using my slotted spoon. Just get those chunks and everything out first. I think one more good spoonful. And see how the jar is just over half. Now, my trusty measuring cup. Put that broth in there. Air bubbles out. Fill the rest of the way to 1 inch headspace. Clean. Now tell me that was not easy. I wouldn't believe you. That was so easy. We're just going to keep doing this until everything is full. I'm gonna have a lot of broth left over. That's just over half. I'll put a little bit more in here. That looks like a good amount. It's filled with broth. Ta-da! And you just keep doing that until everything is gone. I know I definitely got enough for these two. I'm not sure if I really have a full canner load though. We will see. Get some more in there. Remember, this pot was full. It was going to overflow. So I might have enough for one more. We will see. Get your air bubbles out. All these. Get them out. I am only going to get one more jar because I really think that's all there's enough for. Yep. This is mostly veggies at this point. There's still some chicken in there, but I'm having to really fish for it. See if I can get one more spoonful. Yep, there it is. All right. Okay, so there are 6 quarts. What did I tell you about the ball recipes and the doubling up on them? Take this one out. Take that little bit of vinegar, put in there. to show you how much I got left. So you're probably wondering what I'm going to do with the rest of it. Well, I'm going to eat me some lunch. I know that. And then I'm going to go to the store and get me some more chicken breasts and put in there. Chewy. I do not have a problem at all with doing another round of soup, and that broth is fantastic. So I'm going to go get me some more chicken breasts when these come out. Put them in the pressure cooker for a half hour. Take that broth that came out the pressure cooker too. Add it to it. And I'm going to have me a whole nother can or but I'm eating me some lunch first. Hi, Gina. Welcome to the chat. I'm trying to catch back up. I done hit something. My mouse not working. There we go. Okay, I see easy peasy. Yes, very easy. Everybody's saying hi. Okay. Angela, oh wow, you really inspired me this week. Thank you. Thank you. And I hope that I could inspire you. We have a full entree back there. We've done 2 sides with our green beans and our corn. We've got a little dessert with the orange marmalade and a snack with the pickles. Josh says, I got to go. I'll catch the replay later. I have a wonderful day, TT and chat. It's looking good so far. Much love, Canadian proud. Get outdoors. Enjoy yourself. Be careful. Don't hurt yourself. Have a wonderful day. Gina says, me too. I was just thinking I need to do this because you know what you're eating. Because exactly. And I don't know if you caught that part of the chat, Gina, where I said that I'm really picky when I go out and I'm eating soups. I don't eat everyone's soup because I don't know what's in it. Or I get a clear soup. I'll ask what the soup of the day is. And if they're not saying chicken noodle, I'm not eating it. I'm not eating your corn chowder or your Southwest tortilla chicken noodle because I can see exactly what's in it. Could you process the leftover broth with the soup? Yes. And I've actually done that before where I just took whatever was left and it was really just like chicken broth, no chicken. And when we opened up a jar of the chicken soup, we just added that to it. So it was extra brothy, but this is a lot of broth. So like I said, I'm just going to go grab me some more chicken breasts. So the way I prepped it was I took my chicken breasts, I put them in my pressure cooker. I'm a picky eater, period. I put it in my pressure cooker. I seasoned that really good, salt, pepper, garlic, and some Slap Your Mama. And then when it came out, I roughly diced it. It wasn't small or anything because I knew it was going to continue to break down as I stirred and everything. And then I also took that juice that was left over in the pressure cooker, so that chicken broth. So I added that juice to my pot when I started cooking everything. And then I put my vegetable broth in there. And I had made a comment that I've made this before, and it just tastes really bland. We ended up having to put like chicken bouillon in it. And I remember we had to season it really good. So I think it's a combination of my homegrown vegetable broth. And because, like I said, I seasoned that chicken really well. And I took that broth that I knew the pressure cooker was going to give me, and I put that to it. Baby, that's all she wrote. I'm going to do this again. I am so excited. I'm not going to keep y'all for too much longer. This needs to be processed for 90 minutes. And we've already been on an hour. So I'm not going to keep you for another hour and a half. But what I will do is once this gets going, the steams, your little vent at the very top. It needs to be venting. The steam needs to come out of it as a full stream, not broken, a constant stream for 10 minutes. Then you put your weight on or you start your dial gauge. And for me, that needs to come up to 10 pounds of pressure. It will start rocking. Once it starts rocking, I set my timer for 90 minutes. At 90 minutes, that's all she wrote. Take it off, let the pressure release naturally. Slowly open up your pressure canner, and you have shelf-stable, home-cooked, home-canned, safely canned chicken soup. Next time I need to schedule a week off so I can do this with you because, baby, you've been candid this week. And honestly, I usually schedule a week off in the fall. And I can. I've just never put it on video or anything. So this was really enjoyable. I am still planning to do a week in the fall where usually I do a lot of tomato products when I do that. But I've had so much fun. Everything is sitting here on my couch, labeled, ready to go down in the basement. I'm not allowed to carry the big jars, the big boxes, the 12 pack in the basement anymore. Mr. takes all those because I failed once holding them. So they just kind of sit here, and he knows the cues. He knows they're ready to go. But at the end of the week, I will do a short and show all the stuff that was canned up this week, which is just beautiful. And I'll do a short of this when I take it out the pressure canner so you can see. Let me know because it's fun canning together. Yes, I like canning with you and Lydia. Lydia needs to do it, but I have a good time. I'm gonna let y'all go though. Like I said, you don't gotta sit here for 90 minutes with me. I'm about to send Mimi to the grocery store to go get some more chicken breast after I have my lunch of chicken soup. But thank you so much. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Jersey Dolphin. Thank you, Chine Moss. Anybody else I missed? Thank you all. Tomorrow, Saturday, 9 p.m., we're canning some beans. Join us, please. I know Gina's going to be there. I believe Lydia, Best Yet Journey, is going to be there. We're going to can some beans. I think Lydia's doing black beans. I think Gina's doing pinto. I'm doing kidney beans, red beans. So join us, please, tomorrow. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.